Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Crime on the Record, sort of.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, right. My name's Jason. She's Candice. So typically we would be on here talking about true crime stuff, but like every now and then we just need like a little break from all that. So we are going to, I don't know, kind of do like the first podcast we did before we got into true crime, right? Know what we're going for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So we did a little fun podcast where it was all comedy, where we just kind of talked about what issues that like in relationships.
Yeah. That's what most of them were. Like people would send in, or we would get them off Reddit, like questions about relationships, whether it was romantic or friends or parent-child, things like that.
Yeah. We find a lot of them are parent-child, apparently.
Yeah. What
Because
child doesn't have an issue with their parent?
Right. Yeah. Okay. So that's what we used to do. We just used to talk about it and then make fun of a lot of things and a lot of people. So that's kind of what we're going for with this thing is there's no script. There's no anything. We're just going to have a conversation between the two of us and then a conversation between the comment section, I guess, is the way we can put this. And
yeah.
I don't want to say we're going to do this weekly because we won't, because we never do things like that. But this is going to be, I think this is good. I think this is good for us. I think it's good for the people that are, listening and on here all the time with us. Cause I mean, you can only talk about all that stuff for so long before it's just too much. So,
well, plus we have people like you and Dom who don't care as much about true crime. So
yeah.
You're like, okay, I guess we'll listen to that, but whatever.
Yeah. Like I was doing research for the case that we just recorded a few days ago, and I was like, this wasn't even my idea. Like this wasn't my thing. Like true crime podcast, it wasn't. I was all down with the comedy one. So we went to where you did most of the research, and I just kind of talked. And now it's I do everything, and you sometimes show up.
I do what I can.
It's gotten out of hand, is what I'm saying. It's gotten way out of hand at this point.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's just get started because I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not concerned about production quality, I guess.
I only have like a couple of ones from Reddit I think I pulled up because you had so many.
Yeah, I had several, and normally we both read them before we start recording, but not this time. I just took a bunch of stuff, and
You're gonna like lure me in and make me say something stupid, and then be like, "Bam! They had a reason for that."
I mean, I won't be upset by it. So,
okay.
So my first question is, and this is a legit, honest question I've had for a while. Like, what is the problem with the word moist? Like, what's the issue?
I don't understand it. I don't have a problem with that word. But I do know I have words that are just like, like just cringe. So
I know what those are.
And maybe it could just be whatever it makes people think of. I like cake. So
yeah, I mean, and that's my thing. Like, there's so like this word is such an issue, but like that's the main way that you explain like cake. It's moist. It's great.
Yeah.
But is that the only place you can use that word? I mean, I guess
what?
Talking about when you're talking about cake. Yeah. I mean, according to these people, I guess yes, right?
Listen, there ain't nobody restricting me. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and that word doesn't bother me anyway.
I know that's right. You definitely would.
I mean, I don't think I'm just walking around on a daily basis describing things as moist, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't come up a lot for me. But
that's fair. That is fair.
Not a huge day-to-day problem. Of course, now that I'm an adult, I saw this on Twitter the other day, and
it's called X. It's called X.
I refuse. I already told you and Elon Musk. I'm done. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's Twitter. Okay.
Fair.
What?
You forgot what you were saying. Yeah.
What I was gonna say. Oh no, about spending so many hours a day doing stuff. I saw somebody posted a little meme on Twitter, and it said, "I thought I would be spending so many more hours of the day battling quicksand when I was an adult," and I was like, That shit is so true.
I mean, it is.
I remember every cartoon having some kind of episode about quicksand.
Yeah.
Was,
Do you know anybody that would have ever used stop, drop, and roll?
I will use stop, drop, and roll because
Well,
every time we watch something and they're running around, it's like stop, drop, and roll, fool. Like we learned that day one.
yeah. Have you ever had to use it?
No, but if I do, damn it, I'm prepared.
Have you ever
I
seen
don't go to
anyone
wrestling
use
schools,
it?
but no. So I'm wondering what's wrong with everybody else. I mean, because me and firemen clearly know to stop, drop, and roll. Is that not the case? Are you going to tell me like, no, that's not what you should do?
No, I mean, yeah, it is what you're supposed to do, but it kind of goes along with the quicksand thing. We thought that was going to be a much bigger problem when we became adults, and apparently people don't just catch on fire anymore. Because I mean, I don't hear Cam telling us stop, drop, and roll.
Oh, you mean like I ever hear it as far as like them teaching it anymore? No, I don't ever
No.
hear that.
Seen it? Have you ever seen anybody need to stop, drop,
Like,
and roll?
you know
other than
this. I'm not other than on TV, but on TV it does happen a lot, and those bitches never say the words stop, drop, and roll and fall on the ground and roll. We learned that basics day one.
That's fair. You did. Hey, for you guys that are on here, when you were in school,
I hate you.
I guess
so
middle
much.
school,
I know what you're about to do. I hate you so much right now.
like
That's personal business. You didn't even need to tell nobody about.
I haven't even told him yet. How
Mm.
many states made up America when you were in school? Like, I'm
For
very
real, let them
interested.
answer though. Let them answer first, because
Okay,
please
yeah.
God, somebody don't make me not sound as dumb as it sounds now.
This
Oh
hillbilly
my
redneck
gosh.
education system that you had.
I'm telling you though, when we looked it up, there were so many people on Google talking about it too. So it's not just me.
How many states were there, man?
There were 52 when I was in school.
52 states. Like,
That's what we learned.
I mean, the flag has 50 stars. What do you let me say it in a way that you'll understand. What do you reckon that means?
Well, I don't recall. Here's what I do recall. It was 50, and then somebody realized it's actually 52. So maybe I just thought the flag was before those days. And then all of a sudden, somebody says 50 again. And I'm like, what the change? Like, where did we drop off 2 states? Did 2 of them fall off? Did California finally fall the fuck off? Did it just float away? Like, what happened?
Look, Pepper, like she was taught, like not like
Straight
Miss
up
Jasper
taught.
said 52 territories. No, like she was taught there are
No.
52 states in the United States. We just put those other 2 stars on the flag because fuck them. Like I don't know.
I
like,
mean, I don't know. They didn't feel like they had to, you know, what's the word? I can't think of words.
I don't know.
My gosh.
I guess
Like
they didn't
where
teach English either.
defend. She was trying to defend herself, you know. I mean, I'm trying to defend myself.
It took you that long to get to that word?
Yeah. She didn't think that she had to defend herself, so she wasn't throwing out all this other knowledge with it, okay? And I wasn't asking a lot of questions. Bitch told me those 52 states. She's the adult. I'm the child. She's the teacher. I'm like, all right, broad. I mean, I ain't heard this story before, but we'll go with that. There's 52 states. And then somewhere along the way, somebody changed it. I wonder if that bitch ever found out. Like, does this teacher out there still thinking it?
I mean,
I'm so put out by this. And we already went round and round, and then you had to tell this to people.
Well,
Nobody needed to know that.
Because the thing about it is, it wasn't just your school. It wasn't just in it was the whole goddamn state. The whole state of Alabama thought there were
Okay,
52
there were
states.
other states on there full because
Really?
I remember, yes, because people were making fun of the South on it. And then somebody said, well, I grew up in whatever, New Hampshire or something. And they said they thought the same thing. So clearly this was like a United States kind of thing. At some point, they were not sure how many states there were, and they determined 52, and then they went back. If all y'all missed it, I don't know what to tell you.
I guess I was absent on that year of school.
I don't know why you weren't there for it. I'm not sure, but
it's pretty bad when the Florida education system is better than anyone else. At least we know how many states there are.
I'm not kidding. When you asked me that time, like I legitimately was like, why is he trying to trick me right now? Like I know there's 52 states because I learned that. I don't know why is he trying to. I have a master's degree and I didn't know how many states there were. I should just give up on life.
You should.
I'm done.
Yeah. Like
okay, I'm a therapist. I cannot say give up on life, so I take it back. But
you didn't mean
give
like
up on the day.
Yeah.
No.
Like this is something I found out after we were married. Had I known that you thought there were 52 states, we wouldn't have gotten married. I was like, I cannot be married to a dumbass. I can't do it. It's just against the rules. I cannot marry her. And it doesn't.
I don't even know. And you know what? What do I even say to that? What do you even say? Like I don't even know what to say to that.
You got nothing. That's why. Yeah.
Oh gosh. See, Alaska and Hawaii. Oh,
yeah.
I
Or 49 and 50.
Or Puerto Rico. I was like, I don't. Yeah. No, you were asking me what two states did they tell me it was, and I said
no. What I said was which two territories did they tell you were states?
Well, whatever.
Because not only do I know there's 50, I also know there's territories out there.
Okay, I'm out. I'm done with this conversation with you.
I know.
But you know what does still get me? Well, not still. I haven't really spent a whole lot of time thinking about it, but we're about to go to New York for the second time. And I just, like, I've always known there were 5 or 6 boroughs. I can't remember. Okay. I guess I haven't known because I don't know. 5. Okay. So there's 5 boroughs. But now I'm really having a hard time, like, wrapping my brain around what's all those other things there. So they have boroughs and cities in those boroughs. Is that a thing?
I'm not going to try and explain this to you. Just think of it like New York is its own country.
Yeah.
So then the boroughs are like the states of the country, and then the cities in the boroughs are the cities. And then it all makes up New York City.
Ah.
You got it? All right.
So you could have just said they were like, the boroughs were like the counties, and I would have got to the same place. But
when somebody has an education level, when somebody has an education level of 52 states, I feel like I really got to Barney style that shit for you. So we're there. Okay.
Oh, I should promote this, our amazing realtor. Well, everybody's realtor here, since, she sent me this beautiful, beautiful cup. And I was like, she's going to get so much free advertisement because I'm always drinking out of a Yeti. I ain't left the house once.
You left today?
Oh, I did go today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and the way we're not sticking to any topic, that's typically the way our other podcast went as well.
Yeah.
So why is it okay for women to judge men and determine who they want to date and be with or whatever based on physical attributes, and that's normal, but when men do it, we're like, what's that, Henry Weinstein? That's who we are. Like whenever we just make a comment, why I want to know.
Well, I think there's a difference between an explanation and an excuse. I don't think there's really an excuse for doing it because it really, I guess, isn't fair. But I think that the reasoning behind it is that, or explanation, whatever, that we feel like we are judged on our appearances all the time. So I think it's like, what'd you just say? Like that's our whole identity. So it's not.
Like, fuck, I didn't say a word.
No, it's like everybody has different preferences. Like some people like light-skinned people, some people like dark-skinned people, blonde hair, brown hair, whatever, redheads, whatever. So everybody's got preferences, but it's like, where does it cross that line into being like not so much just a preference as to, oh my God, if you're not that kind of woman, you know what I mean? So I think that's the difference, because we don't really put as much pressure on men about looks in general. Y'all are not defined by that. So it's just those preferences. But I think when we are when somebody says something about our appearance, to us, it's our identity and your preferences, It just,
You
I don't
know,
know.
when I put this question down, I wasn't looking for like a real educated
Well,
response
you know
out of this
what?
shit. Like I wanted to have a better conversation than, all right, fuck, you got it. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yep. I see it
Well,
that
I
way as
mean,
well. Like,
I don't,
way to
you
go.
ask
Way
a
to go.
questions, you get answers, okay?
Didn't expect you to go quite that far with it. So I guess
Well, here's my
whatever.
dissertation.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know what? I'll listen back to this and I'll be like, what in the hell? Why did I just keep going on about that?
Yeah. I know why. So is TikTok just Vine, but a little better? Do you even remember Vine?
I didn't really do the whole Vine thing. So,
But you
but
remember it.
weren't Vines like 10 seconds?
Yeah. Well,
I did
yeah.
kind of remember it.
I mean,
So it
it
was
was
a little
100
bit,
years ago. Yeah.
yeah.
It
So like, did TikTok just give you more time? Like, what's special about TikTok? I think
just
it kind of is
asking me.
just
You're
Vine.
not even answering my question.
No, I do. I think it is. I mean, it kind of is just Vine. Like, just Vine it and keep going.
Yeah, I was getting ready to ask this. I was like, does anybody other than us and maybe Dom know what the hell we're talking about when it comes to Vine? Like, yeah.
I didn't. I mean, I never used it, but I
I didn't
remember it.
either. Yeah, it was basically where you could record yourself doing like 10 seconds of something and then it would go out. So it was like the precursor to TikTok. It's just they could only do 10 seconds because 1,000 years ago, when Vine was a thing, they didn't have the ability to save that much on their Jesus. Was it after AOL? You fucking kidding me? Like,
It was a
no,
little
this was
after. It was a little after.
right? Yeah. Like you could do it on your phone. Like not the one on
Yeah.
the wall that you see in those 80s sitcoms. No, the one, these little things. God damn.
Oh, that is funny.
I'm starting drinking.
I thought you were gonna say I'm gonna have
More.
to edit that. I'm like, we're live.
Yeah,
That's not gonna happen.
No, that's why I'm very focused on my answers. Because I say a lot of dumb shit when we're recording, and it's
God.
only like bad stuff for me because I gotta edit all of that, but I'll say some stupid shit.
Yeah, because I'm constantly like, well, we're gonna get canceled if you don't edit that. So
It's not that bad.
no,
God
it's not
damn.
that bad. But so did you ever do anything online? I don't even think I had an account.
Oh, we're back to Vine? No. Mm-mm.
We never left Vine. I mean, it's our little.
Feel like we did. I feel like we did. Yeah.
Okay, well, we
No, I
circled back.
didn't. I didn't. I would fuck up a MySpace page though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nothing
Yeah.
like trying to find that one piece of music that goes really good with your fucking beach sunset photo. Like, so ridiculous.
And letting like passive aggressively letting other bitches know when you're mad at them because you're like, my mama ain't my top on my 5. What was it, 5? Did you get top 5, top 10, whatever?
Yeah.
I was like, she ain't in my top no more. And she's gonna notice. So then my mom's calling me. What'd I do? What? You still mad about that?
Okay,
Or
I didn't take it that
friends?
seriously. I didn't go that far with it.
Hey,
That's
I
a
mean,
lot.
it's social media.
Yeah,
in
but
the very beginning.
let's be real. Since one woman could talk to another, there's always been passive aggressive shit between you guys. Like,
Oh, for sure.
always. Like, it's
Yeah.
bad. Like, it's very noticeable. Is that part of the
Mhm.
psychological warfare that you guys have with each other?
You know what? No, I think y'all like stoke the flames though. So like it's I think y'all are just pitting us against each other.
Okay. All right. Do you think us males as a species have the ability to organize this many people
Well, no,
for this
that's
one
for sure.
united front? Yeah. I mean,
No.
we're all saying, no.
Somebody would be just hanging around belching and scratching. No, y'all would not get anything done.
Possibly. Yeah. So what do you have? I know you wrote some stuff down, right?
Let's see.
Typed it.
Well, one of them I did. So I can't even believe this. So they're asking, damn, I didn't put her name. I mean, her age down. It's a female. I think she was like mid-20s. So she apparently she's not in the US, but whatever country she was in at the time, it was winter. And so for her wedding, she decided she was going to do like winter slash, I guess, Christmassy colors or whatever, and have just winter themed wedding. So she wanted to know if she, the am I the asshole thing on Reddit. She was like, am I the asshole for kicking out a friend who happened to be a bridesmaid at the wedding? And I gotta tell you, from the beginning, I was like, probably, because if you got mad enough to kick your bridesmaid out, I'm assuming she did something stupid.
Oh, you haven't told us what that was yet?
No, I know that, but I'm
Oh, okay.
saying that I'm just telling you the title, okay?
All right. All right. I'm
So
tracking now. I'm good.
okay, so the color theme was forest green and gold. And she says she has this friend, again, the one she ends up kicking out. She said the friend asked to be one of her bridesmaids. Okay, so first of all, this heifer asked to be a bridesmaid.
Don't
and then she gonna
all
start
of you?
bitching.
Yeah, don't all of you bitch about getting asked? I can't say
Yeah.
no, and then you
I'm
have
like,
to. Yeah, okay.
another dress I gotta buy and wear.
Who asks to be in?
Yeah,
And
never.
we're getting to the offensive part that the bridesmaid did in a minute, I think.
Wait, shut up. Shut up. So this girl asks to be a bridesmaid and then makes it very clear vocally, like tells her that she thinks those colors are a bad choice, that they don't look good.
All right.
Man. So she said that she found out the maid of honor's dress was black and asked if she could wear black too. But apparently
that seems like the correct color for a wedding. It's all black.
Right. Yeah. So, so she and the woman, the bride, she said that she paid for all the dresses. So, she paid for the dresses. It is her wedding. She picks them out. But this girl doesn't really love it. So she said 30 minutes. So they get to the wedding day, right? And her and her maid of honor and all the other bridesmaids are in there getting their hair and makeup done. Well, old girl decides to come strolling in about a half hour late, holding a bag that had a dress in it. And she knew it was not the dress that she had bought this girl.
Okay.
She said, fast forward 30 minutes, and they were going down the stairs to take a couple of pictures before she was going to actually walk down the aisle. She said this girl was the last one walking down the stairs, and this bitch is wearing a black dress. Not the dress she picked out for her. She just decided, I'm going to wear black like the maid of honor because I'm going to do what I want to
do. So the dress didn't even look like, so it wasn't like the same dress as the maid of honor, which doesn't make it any better, but she just went out and got a random black dress.
I think it was a black dress. Yeah.
And
she told her that she hated her bridesmaid's dress. The color was ugly and made her look gross. So she's wearing black. So she tells that, and she tells this girl she needs to go change twice. She's like, I told her twice and she didn't want to go change. So I had security escort her out.
Anytime something like this happens between women, like I always assume that the bridesmaid knew what she was doing and she did it on purpose, because there was probably something the bride pissed her off like 18 years ago about something, and this is her way of getting her back. So no, she's not an asshole for kicking her out.
No.
She was very clear on the dress, but I feel like she just did it on purpose, and not because she didn't like the color of the dress. Like, no, not that reason.
Everybody's got different preferences, and also the fact that girls think about a lot of women, I won't say everybody, but a lot of women think about their wedding days from the time they're little to what they want it to look like. So some people they have their preferences like everybody else does, but they have that step further of they latched onto a dress in the 80s and they ain't let go. That's still been what the dream has been. So you wind up in some crazy ass dresses if you're in enough weddings, but you suck it up and you wear it.
Yeah.
You don't strong arm your way into the bridesmaids and then I'm gonna just wear whatever I want. I just
Yeah.
wanted to stand up in front of everybody.
Asked to be in it and then wear the wrong stuff. Wouldn't it be better if you guys could train the younger generation to stop picturing a major life event at such a young age? I mean, we're just
Yes,
past the
yes,
years where
yes.
it's like, I want to be a dinosaur when I grow up, and then next you're planning a wedding. Like that doesn't work. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just way too.
yeah,
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
with you. So,
What?
okay,
Hmm.
this is even worse to me. She said, ever since the wedding, this girl's been blowing up her phone with texts saying really nasty things and asking for the money back that she spent on the black dress.
Okay. What?
She wasn't even supposed to buy a dress at all. The
Right.
bride bought all the dresses. So this hoe takes it upon herself to go buy a whole damn wrong dress and brings this wrong dress in there and is like, oh, by the way, you paid for this shit. Like, I wore it just to piss you off, but you paid for it. So, like, I don't
God.
know what part of her mind thought that was okay.
I mean, and this is why you guys aren't as happy as we are. I don't know if that's true, but it seems like we wouldn't even think about this stuff. You know, like we're like, okay, we don't. We're just so much simpler, so much simpler.
Well, that's true. That's true. Guys will be like, you want me to wear what? All right. I'll see if I got
Yeah,
one. If not, I'll go buy
yeah.
it. I mean, like,
Or what
that's
really would have happened was, hey, you want to be one of my groomsmen? No, I do not. All right, cool. Like that's how that conversation goes, and that's why we're not up there a million times because we're
oh
like, no,
gosh.
no, I'm not gonna fucking do that. No, I'm not wasting a Saturday to watch you do this. No, we're good. I'll be on the
Oh
course.
my
Yeah,
gosh, that's so mean.
I'm just saying that's the way it would work. That's the way it worked. Look at this.
Oh my gosh, no, they did not.
You're from Vermont, Vermont. God,
Oh,
I just,
they were not from here. I don't know.
I mean,
I mean, surely they got that information somewhere else.
like Vermont. Is that state 51 or 52?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's so ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, so
Ridiculous.
the I mean, honestly, the bridesmaid is lucky that she didn't get taken off by an ambulance. Because I mean, you
Oh,
get some brides that I mean, they beat somebody's ass over
yeah.
some dresses. So I mean,
Yeah. You know what? I, I didn't really was just like whatever about it. You know, because the thing is, like, the end of the day, you're married. No, whatever happens. So
yeah.
like, you met the goal. Like you're there. It's done. So I don't know why people freak out about stuff anyway, but I would have freaked out on this chick because it's not about the dress. That girl's straight
Yeah.
up being disrespectful, just
Yeah.
hateful.
Yeah, because it's like, first off, I didn't want you in it. Like that's why you had to ask your way in. I didn't want you here to begin with. Do you think maybe that's what it was? Like because she didn't ask her and she thought she should have?
Oh, what about the colors or the dress or
Yeah.
whatever?
Well, I mean, so she asked to be a bridesmaid. Do you think like
Yeah.
her having to ask the bride pissed her off because the bride should have asked her to begin with and they shouldn't even be in that situation?
Uh, probably.
I mean,
Probably
right?
that is how some people's minds work. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's wrong. The one chick. Man,
Yeah.
this state thing has really it's worked out. Because I mean, like, I just bring up the fact that you were taught, and I'm not saying you're stupid. I was saying you were taught that there were 52 states, which is
Yeah.
ridiculous, but you were taught that. But I mean, this is fair. Like, you just think of like Wisconsin and Minnesota and all that. It's just like one thing. But funny story. My dad is like everybody knows my dad. I don't know how, because we'll be
Oh
in another
yeah.
state and he'll meet somebody that like he lives a neighborhood over from.
Right.
So if you ask my dad, he probably does know the people in Michigan if he's living in Wisconsin because he's like that. But I just love how we just assume like one part of the state is like just it's all the same states. It's all the same.
I mean, you say New England, you're like, I don't know, all them states. I don't know.
You have no idea which ones they are.
No, not all of them. I mean, we went to New England for like 10 days, and every time somebody asked me where we were at, I was like, New England. I don't understand the question.
Yeah.
Apparently, they wanted specific states.
What else you got? Come on.
Oh, I didn't know you were waiting on me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't write anything down on this one, but I have it pulled up. So this person asks, "Am I the asshole to refusing to let my daughter have hand-me-downs?" So he's 32. His wife is 34, and they have a 13-year-old daughter.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "This is a conflict primarily between myself and my wife, although my daughter has recently tried to get involved." First of all, why is your daughter even in there when you're having these conversations? Like, I'm tagging in, bro.
But I can see why she wants to be involved.
Yeah, that's true. So apparently the mom, so the wife, I guess you'd say, the wife has a sister that's like younger. And no, sorry. What is she saying? Sorry, because I'm having to read it now. So he's saying basically my wife has a sister with a 16-year-old daughter. Okay, so that's her niece. She said they used to live halfway across the country, so we never really saw them, but very recently they moved back closer. After the move, the niece decided to clean out her closet and brought a few bags, which he says trash bags full of clothes, like just making it clear. Like, no, they were just jab.
Wait, but what do you put your clothes in when you're ready to send them off?
I don't know. I feel like he's just trying to be like, you could have just said bag, dude. You know?
Okay. All right.
Okay, whatever. That's
Continue,
fair.
please.
So she brings like a few trash bags full of clothes that are too small or that she just doesn't wear anymore and offered their kid. And apparently that didn't go well. So he said his wife was all for it, but he said absolutely not. He said, "We grew up differently. My parents would never have thought to put me in other people's cast-offs." I mean, what? That's harsh, man.
It's just motherfucker. What? Okay. Is that the whole
I mean,
thing?
just the way,
Like,
no, like the way he writes it said, according to my wife, most of her clothes were, quote, hand-me-downs from cousins or sisters growing up. But I also know that they were lower class. Whoa. I mean, he took it there. I mean,
lower
like,
class. Okay.
wow. I have a good job and we do well for our family. We can very much afford to buy our daughter new clothes.
Okay.
Oh, hell no, he didn't. Plus, although I didn't tell my wife this, her folks, I'm not good with that word. But she said, and then he put in parentheses, especially her sister's family are kind of trashy. I really don't want my kid wearing the things that my wife's niece would have. Whoa.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like he is. I don't know if he's the asshole in this situation. He's just the asshole all the time. That's what it sounds
Right? I mean, for
like.
sure.
And I mean, I guess for me,
Oh.
the whole situation would be, what does the 13-year-old feel comfortable wearing?
Well, and that's what I was wondering. Like, what is the girl thing? Like, whose side
Yeah.
was she trying to jump in on?
Now I
Because
understand why you said it. Yeah.
most teenagers are, I mean, especially if they have an older niece. I mean, if she has older, so that'd be her cousin. Okay. If they have an older cousin, then typically, when they,
Yeah.
are around them or meet them, they're all, because I think he said they just recently moved there. So she might think this, she meets her new cousin that she doesn't ever get to see, and she's 3 years older. If she thinks the stuff she wears is cool, she probably love getting that stuff.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it
That was
would
a
make sense
rowboat
to
to
me.
China. Sorry about that.
It was. It
That
was.
was painful, wasn't it?
Still
I felt
fucking
it
paddling.
after
Still paddling.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's honestly, it sounds to me like he's making more than what his bills are, but he's not rich. because because
Mhm.
rich people are always like, I mean, those are good ass clothes. Like, why should I spend more money on your clothes? Just
Right?
take those.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, I feel like there's a difference between rich and wealthy. Like, and I feel like
Yeah.
you don't get wealthy by going, perfectly good clothes. Throw them out. She doesn't need them.
Mhm.
I mean, like,
When you meet wealthy families like that, they are, man. There's some penny pinchers.
yeah. How
Oh,
much you
man.
worth? $300 million. Buy the store brand milk. Man, it's ridiculous. So, I mean, did it say on
Uh,
Reddit what they thought? Like if he was or wasn't?
um, unsure. Please hold. I started scrolling to something else so
I
that I
mean,
could
you
find
could have just
something else.
lied to me. Like I'm not gonna ask you for your sources and check up on you. Like you could have just lied.
Wow. Wow.
I'm
Okay.
just saying
Wow.
you could have just lied. We didn't have to go all the way back to where you
I
were.
mean, damn. Hold on, please. Um, well, I do see where a little further down, because I'm not reading everything because it's really long,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he does say that his daughter caught them arguing about it and took her mom's side. She says she thinks her cousin is super cool and that it would be like bonding to wear her clothes. Wow, I could have really not taken a rowboat to China earlier. I could have just read that.
Right. You could have.
We'd all been done.
Do you
Let's
remember
see.
do you remember what TLDR means? It's so funny to me that you don't know this.
TLDR?
Yeah.
No.
It's all over Reddit. It's too long, didn't read.
Dare you? Are you saying that's me? Too long didn't read. You're like, what?
No, I'm not saying it's you. All I'm saying is you should know what that means because
Oh no.
if you open the post all the way at the bottom, if it says TLDR, you can find like a real quick synopsis, or basically everything you need is in the first few sentences. You don't have to read somebody's ramblings.
I feel like if somebody said that, like I might not know what it means, but I got context clues. And also, if you say that, I'd probably be like, wow, he's an asshole. I don't really care what his little letters mean. So I'd have just kept scrolling. I had no idea that's what that meant.
Yeah, you've learned there's
Uh,
50 states and what TLDR means. We're getting somewhere.
yeah, yeah.
All right,
This
so
person said
hold on,
he is.
hold on, hold on. Hold
You
on.
asked me what they thought.
Oh, okay. Proceed.
Okay. This person said this guy's deceitful and crazy. He's creating his own hills to die on. Agreed. Yeah, it's pretty much like looking down through here. It says, "Yeah, you're the asshole." So,
Yeah, because he's
yeah, I mean, when I was a teenager, I wore my mom's clothes, friends, cousins. Like it didn't matter. You'd be
yeah.
swapping outfits with everybody.
All right, so I have a question. So most of you probably have never heard it. So um, I don't necessarily believe in soulmates. I don't know if there's a single person out there for you, but and you love this word. Like I do have a settlemate, which is Candice. It's
Oh my god.
somebody that like the way I explain it is it's somebody that you can stand long enough so you don't die alone. So with that in mind, do you believe in love at first sight?
No, I believe that
No, well, hold on,
it
hold on, hold on,
is
hold on, hold on. Don't get all
okay.
therapist on us, okay?
No,
Just,
no, no, no.
just give
I
us like,
wasn't.
hey, it's Friday night or whatever.
No, I
Answer.
was gonna
Yeah.
say I just believe it's like a lot of like that everybody has, and theirs just happened to work out. Like, I mean, I don't think it was love at first sight. It might have been like hot pants at first sight, but
It might have been
I mean,
what?
hot pants. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I was
What
trying
the
to think of a
fuck
really
does that mean?
appropriate way. Like, you're hot for them. What? What would you have said?
How old are you? God, Ethel,
I was
Grandma
trying to
Ethel over
keep
here
it.
with me.
I was trying to keep it like PG. I wasn't gonna. I was gonna say like
What
gonna
part of
a
this
hard on
channel
for
has
them.
ever
Like
been PG? There you
that's
go.
true. I
Like
guess that's true.
there's no part of this channel that's PG. Like, why start
Uh,
now?
fair enough. Fair
But
enough.
that is an old ass saying. Like hot pants.
Oh, shut up.
It's
I think
ridiculous.
when people from that generation called them hot pants, I don't even think that's what they were. I don't think that was an expression. I think that was like actual clothing. So anyway,
Probably. I'm sure you messed it up one. Yeah.
so
See.
what do you think?
Uh,
Yeah, lust at
Um.
first.
Yeah, lust at first sight, and yeah, if you look at somebody, you can't know. Um. Yeah. No, I mean not love,
Mm-mm.
not love, but
No,
I
it's
do have
hot pants, and then it worked out.
freaking hot pants. It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard you say.
I was just trying to think of a creative, nice way of saying it that wasn't vulgar.
I was gonna lose everybody. No idea what you're talking about.
Oh, they're gonna be like,
Nailed
"What?"
it. Good job. Good
They
job.
probably haven't known what I'm talking about since they logged on.
No. Do you remember the first time I said I love you?
I do not.
No, me neither.
I know,
Because like
it seems really odd, but I don't.
it does. It does. So like it's been what, 15 years we've
Yep.
been married? Yeah. And like we didn't start normal. Like because we met
No.
like you've known my
Oh,
family
no.
longer. We met and then like 2 months later we moved in together. And then like what, 2 months after that we were married?
Yeah.
Is that how it worked? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it was bad when people would send in questions about, "Is it too early to be this serious?" I'd be like, "Yes, it is, fool." But then I had to walk that back. So that didn't work
Yeah,
out
yeah, you
well.
kind of did. You kind of did.
Yeah.
Like we got married so fast that like the courts almost didn't let her get married to me because
You didn't really
like
have to tell that either. Like, nobody needed to know that. You're
it's,
such a
it's
jackass.
so we were both married before and like our divorce took forever. And we were in there like what 60, 90 days after it was finalized and they what did they tell you, babe?
No, we were in there 60 days, and the woman said something. Yeah, yeah, that's
She
right,
said
right.
something about you not being divorced long enough.
Yeah, and I was like, they told me it only had to be 60 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the second she walked off, I was like, yep, the rest of the day they're gonna be talking about that little
Yeah.
hussy out in
Yeah.
the front.
For sure.
It was rough.
Because
That
yeah.
was that was embarrassing, really. But I mean, I can't help it took me so long to get divorced. Like, it's not like we split up each other's marriages. We didn't even know each other.
Yeah. No. So yeah. So when people would ask us, do you have to? How long do you have to be together before you get married? It's like, I mean, a couple months, I guess, maybe three
Man.
months. I mean,
I
because
think it's different with a second marriage though, because, you know, in a first marriage, you you just go in blind. So you don't really know what it's supposed to look like. So, you know, whatever it is, you just kind of roll with it. But you get out of that marriage and you're like, "Oh, hell no, I'm not doing that again." Mm-mm. So the second one you go into with like deal breakers, you're like, "Look, these are my deal breakers. As long as you don't do those, we're good."
hmm
So
yeah, and
I
they're
mean, you figure that out a lot quicker.
yeah, and they're not really not a long list. It's kind of like don't beat me, don't fuck anybody else. Like that's really that's the whole
Yeah.
list. It's pretty
See, I would
easy.
have said
It's
that
pretty.
more PG as well, but
I
but
know that's why I
yeah.
took over. That's why I took over. But yeah, I think that's what helps us stay married because when we do argue, it's not for very long, and then it's like you gonna divorce me over this? No, then what? Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
And we just need to move on. It's just easier.
Yeah. We don't really fight either though, because we just tell each other what we think.
Dude, being proposed to, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I don't know what you
Mm.
feel. I mean, of course, if people think it's traditional and all that, well, I mean, I think we're getting away from that. I don't see
Well,
the big deal.
I just think we should let people do what they wanna do. Like, I mean, if he proposes, Okay, great. That is typically how it's done. But if a woman proposes, like, as long as he wants to marry her, I feel like they've met their goal. Like, we're
Right.
still good, you know?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I
And
mean,
I mean,
I
like,
don't know.
I just don't understand, some people that feel it's like it's not that big. It changes nothing. Like it doesn't make the
Yeah.
marriage certificate null. It's like, did he propose? No, sorry, we can't issue this marriage certificate, marriage license. Sorry, you just can't have it. So no. But
Yeah.
I think if you sent this out to about 100 miles northeast southwest of us, I have a feeling there's going to be something wrong with it because
Yeah.
folks down here in Alabama, they're not progressive quite yet.
Yeah.
They got a
No.
ways to go.
Oh, yeah, do they? It's interesting being a kink positive therapist in a southern state. I tell you that. There ain't a lot of us, so I hear it all. But no, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think,
Mhm.
again, like people should just let people do what they want. And also the whole, since we're talking about men and women, the whole sexism thing, I just can't get on this feminist wagon. Like, I just can't because, and I had to tell a client this the other day. I was like, okay, let me see if I understand this right. So you're angry that he did this and this and this, but you, or, like all this other stuff. But then he's like, I said, but you're excited that he, or mad that he asked you to pay for half the dinner. Like, if you want equality, you should want all the equality. Like, I just don't, I don't understand. Like, I feel like as women, we like pick and choose the equality we want,
Yeah,
which is kind of crappy.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, well, I
yeah.
took a rowboat to China again with that. Good
You
God.
did, you
If
did.
you could just jump in there and just be like, I know what you're going to say. Here it is.
I could try.
Because
I could try.
I
I
don't,
could try. But
it's
no,
painful.
Jesus Christ, you made me forget what you were even saying.
Sorry.
Look, we are, aren't we? Yeah, we're the love story of the year. Oh, and thanks for Kingsport. I wasn't sure which city. Don was telling me about a whole bunch of chicks going, missing. But we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
So
I
yeah, I
see.
mean, you guys treat well. I don't want to say you guys. It seems when we hear things like that, they've taken a buffet approach to
Yeah,
you
well,
know
yeah, that's a good way to put it.
to being equal. I'll
Yeah.
take that and that. No, I'm still not paying for drinks or dinner. But I want to make as much as you, which they should. Don't get me wrong. I'm not I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
just like you got either all or nothing. All or nothing. All or nothing. I mean, that's equal, right? That's what's called equal.
Yeah. But
Mhm.
at the same time, I don't have a problem when people do think I'm really big on intent. Like, what is your intent? Because
Yeah.
we do and say things all the time to hurt that hurts people that we don't mean to do. So, it's real big on intent. And to me, if someone thinks that a man should pay for the first, dinner or even all dates, like Dom had said, don't he doesn't think a woman should pay on the first date. But a lot of guys even think they shouldn't pay ever. Okay. His intent is to be nice. He's doing that as like a nice thing because he doesn't believe she should have to pay. It's not out of like some malicious intent. So I don't understand why women get so mad about that.
Mhm. And I mean, what's so
You
wrong with?
already stopped listening to me because
I
you
did
said,
a
you
long
said,
time ago.
so
Long
fast.
time ago.
You
Long
ain't
time
heard
ago.
not a damn word I said. I cannot
No,
stand
no.
you sometimes.
Yeah, I didn't hear a lot. I ain't gonna lie. But why is it so wrong for a guy to ask a woman to pay for half the meal? Or if you don't think that, why do you think people do?
I think it just comes organically somewhat because guys have typically always been the ones that, 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 and so I think even it kind of sounds harsh when a guy says it to a lot of women just because they're like, but you asked me out. Like, I didn't ask you out. You asked me out. So, like, yeah, I'll go out with you and pay. Like, you know, so I can understand how somebody would think that in that sense. So I could see how it would sound a bit abrasive, like you asked me out, but you also want me to just go and pay. So basically you're like, hey, let's just go eat at this place at the same time sometime.
Yeah.
Not like we're gonna go together, but like I'll
We
meet you there someday.
We don't even have to be at the same table.
Yeah, like we'll just eat at the same time.
Now, I don't mind paying, but I will. Well, clearly not anymore. If ever I have to again, I won't. But like I would cut a chick off though. I'd be like, no, you ain't ordering that shit. I don't even know if I like you yet.
That's true. That's
You are
true.
not ordering that. If you have to ask how much it is, no, you can't have it. You're not ordering
But
that.
you know what, too, though, if you can't afford what's on the menu, that's probably where you should not have taken her. I mean, you know, like that's your dumbassery.
No.
Like
No.
figure out them prices if you know you're paying. I'm just saying.
I mean, I would, but
Yeah.
I mean, but you got some people that'll go in there. They're like, just give me one of everything on the menu. I mean, it's just, you know, they go a little crazy. They go a little crazy.
I couldn't imagine doing that to somebody. That's horrible.
I don't even know if I like them yet.
Well, another thing I think is wrong. Okay, I sound anti-feminist, but like I'm just saying because I am a woman, so I feel like I can speak to some of this stuff. Like some of this stupid stuff, like the toilet seat. I don't understand why women get so mad. Like, why is it his job to put it down? Like, you could just pull it up every time. How did we get there? How do we like flip a coin? We're like, this is it forever. This is how it's gonna go. Like, who determined this shit? Like, we just made it a rule one day, and now we're mad when anybody didn't follow it. Like, what?
They didn't teach us. Yeah, and they set guys up for failure because I mean, apparently there's some rule book that you have, but they don't teach us. It would be helpful if they would teach us. No, I'm with you. I don't know why that's such a big deal. It's not a big deal in our house. I mean, whatever. I mean, I don't know why it is.
I just asked, like, if since you do put it down, I'm always like, can you just be extra careful at night? Because I did fall into the dark one night and it was not great because you're usually so good about it. So, I mean, but if you're telling me like you're not going to be good about it anymore, I'll turn the light on from now on. That's fine too. Just let me know. Let me know where we're going here.
Right, yeah.
Because I've been counting on you, man, and then I fell in. So I just need to know, like, where are we going? Another thing I think, and I know this is not all women, but I've seen a lot of women do it. They will mouth off to somebody and like knowing that it's their boyfriend or husband or whoever that's going to have to fight this person. Or they get in a guy's face because they're like, well, he can't hit me or hit them. I mean, I don't think that I could keep from hitting a woman if I were a guy and she hit me. I'd be like, you know what? Reflex. I mean, I don't understand.
So you don't like when a woman like talks big to another dude and then expects her boyfriend to do something?
What now? I was reading. What? I'm sorry. I was reading that about what Dom had said, and he said he's not sexist, and I was thinking, well, I hope he doesn't think we do think that because we don't. I think that's sweet. That generation.
So you're talking about a woman who gets up in the face of a dude because her boyfriend is there and she expects him to take care of it. You don't like that, right?
I did not say a word to you, okay? I was not expecting you to do anything. What I said to you is if he elbows me in the face again, I'm going to punch him in his face. And I would have. I mean, like, he was being like a jerk and just kept elbowing me in the face. Like, I'm sorry your elbows are at my head level. I'm sorry I didn't grow more, bro. That's my bad. But like you're swinging around like you're at a damn rave. Calm down. There's 1,000 people in here. I'd have punched him. So I didn't need for you to jump in. That's on you.
I felt like I needed to. I feel like I was expected to.
You did anything. I didn't know you did anything until you went to the bathroom and he's like, oh, I'm really sorry. I thought he was gonna kick my ass, and
And then what'd you say?
or
What?
he said something about he probably would have kicked my ass, and I said, yeah, he would have.
Yeah.
I was drinking a little bit. It was concert, you know.
You mouthy little bitch. Yeah, you can't just be.
I mean, more like women
He
that, you
was.
know, are just confrontational like that. And I mean, I could see how it happens, and you know, are used to your partner taking up for you. So you would be like, oh, somebody's going to do something to this dude. You know, I could say like once, but I mean more like women that are just really confrontational like that all the time,
Oh,
because
yeah.
they're like, they'll be just yelling and screaming or cussing guys. And I'm like, why do you do that? Because you're not going to be the one that has to fight this fool.
That's a true story. I mean, I wouldn't fight anyway because it's like, you know, and I guarantee you, if dudes would be a little more chill about it, like all you got to do is walk over to me like, I don't know what this bitch's problem is either, bro. Let me just like, can we just go? Like, I'm just gonna bounce, okay? And I guarantee you, if dudes could not get pissed off or liquor involved,
Oh.
that's how that conversation would go. And the other guy would be like, yeah, bro, no problem. Good luck. And that would be it. Like that would be the whole thing. There would be no
See,
fighting. I mean, no nothing.
apparently that's another thing that y'all don't have in your book, because women do stuff like that. Like, I can tell you, when I was single and younger, like any girl anywhere could come up and like start dancing with me and act like we were together, and I would just go with it. Because if she needs me to pretend like we're together, then that's what I do. You got a creeper on you that you can't get rid of, you know. I can't. So, you know, y'all don't have your rule book, playbook, or whatever. That's on y'all.
I mean, but what I'm saying is we don't fight over you. Like you little chihuahua ass, and then
I know.
just
I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't, you know, all like you said, if more guys knew that, I was like, well, they should. They didn't read the playbook apparently, like we do,
that's fair.
because we instinctually know that. Like, oh, I gotta pretend to be with this girl now. Okay, sure, yeah, all right, why not? Where are we going? Oh, it's crazy.
All right. Do you have one more?
Let's see. This one says, last night, it is an 18-year-old female, was at her boyfriend's house or his dorm. He's 19. She said, like I usually am on weekends. I was wearing a sports bra, and my boyfriend's friends made a last-minute plan to come over and play some games on his PS5. Wow. Now, I absolutely did not have a problem with that, because he deserves to spend time with his friends. But my boyfriend asked if I could put on one of his shirts so I wouldn't be as exposed to his friends. Apparently she was a little annoyed, but said she understood, you know, where he was coming from. So whatever. Let's see. She said, I go into his closet and see that there's literally only hoodies. That's when I realized all his shirts were in the laundry. And laundry, because the laundry day is usually on the way. I don't know why she's giving us unnecessary information.
I don't see why you are.
But I know, because I'm having to read it. I don't know the story like she does. You know, she knows the story. She knows what's valuable information. I don't want to jump over a nugget of gold. Like, you know, this might be valuable shit we need to know. So calm down and just let me read. All right, damn. Okay. He said his dorm is really hot, so I was in no way going to wear thick hoodies. And I compromised with him and said I'd just be under the blanket so they don't have to see anything. I feel like this is, you know how I said the other day I stumbled upon some stuff on Reddit. I didn't mean to, and I was like, I didn't know that's what that meant. This is starting to sound a little like 50 Shades of Grey. I'm kind of worried where this is going.
Really?
I hope I didn't stumble upon something again.
Is that what 50 Shades of Grey is about? Some dudes come over and she doesn't doesn't want to wear a hoodie. Is that
know
really
what I meant? But you got what I meant, asshole. So you know you don't have to be a jerk about it, okay? And say this while I was worried, because she said she compromised with him and said she'd be under the blankets, and then says that's what I had planned to do anyway. And I'm like, where are you going with this? I was getting a little worried. His friends came and they were having a good time video gaming. After a while, I was thirsty and completely forgot I was wearing a sports bra and went to get water from his fridge. She said she drank some, went to the bathroom, came back to the dorm room, and got back in the bed. Didn't think much of it, but after his friends were gone, the boyfriend was mad and was pissed off that she didn't just wear the hoodie. So she wants to know if she is an asshole for not covering herself up like he wanted. What do you think?
This if you asked me at this age, like, if a woman in her 40s can get away with feeling confident enough to wear just a sports bra, who am I to tell her what to do? I mean, who
Well,
is
these
anybody?
people aren't.
Like,
Oh, yeah, you said it at our
yeah,
age. Yeah.
but in college, it's just insecurity. That's all it is there.
Yeah.
I mean, so no, she's not. I mean, like, yeah, I guess that's just the difference in ages. Because there, it's just, I don't, he's just being a jealous, insecure person. At our age, and be like, I wouldn't wear clothes if I looked like I did one 20 years ago.
I wonder if, like, she's not like a gym rat or something. She just happened. She's like, oh, oops, I showed up my bra again. Your friends are coming over.
But here's the thing. If
I'm
somebody,
kidding. It wouldn't be a sports bra if you just dropped in. So I'm kidding.
But I mean, like, if somebody put in the work to get their body in a place where, they feel like that, and I guess really it's just confidence of whoever's wearing it. But if we're talking about somebody that's really in shape, like, they earned it. Like, they got up early. They ate nothing that tasted good. They did the work. So they should be able to, it's a badge of honor to show off.
I mean, she's 18. I remember at 18 having a lot of those shirts that just went like right up under your breasts. Like they'd have sleeves and they'd just go right under. And that's like all I would wear, that and jeans.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
and I'm telling you what, if I got back into shape now, that wasn't really like shape as in I was in shape. That was like, I had just like never been big before. So I guess was just living skinny. I don't know. I wasn't doing anything. I know that. Then all of a sudden one day my body's like, no, bitch, we got something for you. So if I were to be able to get back into like that, looking like that, I'd wear a bikini everywhere. I would, y'all would get tired of me. You'd be like, for God's sakes, it's 30 degrees outside. Put a damn jacket on. And I'd just still be flaunting it down the driveway, checking the mail for the 15th time.
That sounds like some passive aggressive shit. I can't imagine how many pictures you'd have of yourself all over every social media.
If I look like I did when I was 18 now, like at 18, I was like, oh my God, I'm so ugly. But now, if I had that body, I would just be walking around like I was in Europe, going without clothes. I don't know. Man.
Yeah. No, she's not. Oh, yeah.
No.
There was really bad tornadoes. Like the Nashville area, like it hit some oil or gas thing, and like you see a giant fireball. It was pretty bad there. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Okay. Well, now you do.
Yeah. Learn something new every day.
Yep. So anyway, we're gonna go. But it's just something we want to do. Just get away from crime stuff for a little while and just ramble on. So you guys can hop on whenever we do it. It's great. Awesome. Thanks. But we'll have some more rollable shit for you real soon. Anyway, make sure you subscribe. We do all kinds of different things. We do missing, unsolved, police chases. Now there won't be any this weekend because Biden's in LA, so everything's grounded. So unless it's outside of the LA area, wherever he's at, there won't be any chases this weekend. So sorry, I know, boo, it sucks. But yeah, so we do a bunch of stuff. Make sure you subscribe. Hope you enjoyed it. If not, well, don't tune in next time. You can listen to the other stuff we do. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging with us. We'll see you later.